What if your breakfast is silently making your brain slower? Every single morning. You may be eating foods that steal your focus before your day even begins. Meanwhile, some of the world's sharpest minds eat something completely different. Today, you'll discover the breakfasts science says may help your brain perform at its best. Every single decision you make throughout your day begins right here.
The human brain contains nearly 86 billion neurons.
Together, they control every thought, memory, and emotion. But every morning, your brain faces an important question. What kind of fuel will you decide to give me today?
Because breakfast isn't just about filling your stomach.
While you sleep, your brain never truly rests. During the night, it continues organizing your daily memories. It works constantly, repairing damaged cells throughout the night. It is actively removing metabolic waste to keep you healthy.
And then, by the time the morning finally arrives, your brain has already used a surprising amount of energy. Even though it weighs only about 2% of your body, it is a glowing brain inside a sleek, modern human silhouette.
It consumes roughly 20% of your daily energy. That is an absolutely incredible energy demand for one organ. Which explains why breakfast can influence how you think. It directly influences how quickly you learn new complex skills. And it determines how well you remember critical information later.
But here's where most people make a critical mistake.
They focus entirely on feeding their immediate morning hunger.
Instead of feeding the actual needs of their physical brain.
Let us take a close look at a very typical breakfast. To our eyes, it looks absolutely delicious and satisfying.
And of course, it tastes amazing in the moment. It delivers a massive amount of energy to your body. And it does so incredibly and very quickly indeed. But as we all know, what goes up so fast must inevitably and very often come crashing back down.
That rapid rise may be followed by an energy crash later in the morning. And suddenly, your productivity begins to slow down dramatically. Your daily concentration fades away into a mental fog. Your overall productivity drops as the morning wears on. You quickly begin craving another sugary snack for quick energy.
This happens not because you are weak or undisciplined, but because your brain is asking for stable fuel. So what should that fuel actually look like?
If scientists chose one brain food, eggs would definitely be near the top.
Not because they're trendy, but because they're packed with nutrients your brain depends on. Among all these healthy elements, one nutrient stands out above the rest.
That powerful and essential brain nutrient is called choline.
Your brain constantly uses choline to produce vital acetylcholine.
This chemical messenger is absolutely essential for keeping memory sharp. It is the core foundation for learning new cognitive tasks.
And it maintains your deep focus and everyday attention.
Without a sufficient amount of daily choline in your system, this is what happens. Your biological brain simply cannot communicate as efficiently as before. Of course, that does not mean eggs are a magic cure. No single food can instantly make you smarter.
But over a long period of time, small changes accumulate.
These very small daily choices eventually turn into lifelong habits.
And these lifelong habits ultimately shape your long-term brain health.
Now let us talk about one tiny, remarkable blue fruit.
A natural superfood that top modern scientists have nicknamed.
Behold the legendary and highly effective brainberry.
Fresh blueberries contain incredibly powerful, protective plant compounds.
These natural compounds are scientifically known as anthocyanins. These natural pigments give blueberries their deep color.
But once they enter inside your living physical body,
They may also help protect brain cells from oxidative stress.
think of how rust slowly and silently forms on metal. Oxidative stress works in a surprisingly similar way.
Over the span of many long, passing years.
Tiny amounts of cellular damage can slowly accumulate. Healthy foods may help your body defend against part of that process.
That's why blueberries appear so often in brain health discussions.
This is not because they are some kind of miracle. But because daily consistency always matters far more than perfection.
Now, here is a fascinating fact that surprises many people.
Your complex human brain is actually made mostly of fat.
In fact, nearly 60% of its dry weight
Is composed almost entirely of essential structural fat.
That doesn't mean eating unlimited fat is healthy. Tiny amounts of cellular damage can slowly accumulate. That is why foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids are key.
These essential nutrients directly support the structure of your cells.
And may help those cells communicate more efficiently.
So, what does an ideal brain-healthy breakfast actually look like?
Surprisingly, it is not simply about eating more food.
Rather, it is entirely about eating much smarter instead.
Let us imagine a breakfast built specifically for your brain.
Within this meal, each specific food has a different role.
When they are brought together on your morning plate, they become far more powerful than any single superfood.
Let us start our morning journey with simple oats.
Unlike those common, highly refined and sugary morning cereals, natural whole oats provide slow, remarkably steady brain energy. And that means you experience fewer dramatic insulin spikes, followed by fewer sudden and exhausting afternoon energy crashes.
Your sensitive physical brain absolutely loves this metabolic stability.
Because sustained concentration requires a very consistent energy supply.
Imagine driving a car all the way across the country.
Would you rather refill the tank every few minutes?
Or would you rather have one highly reliable source of fuel?
That is the grand difference between slow, complex carbohydrates and the typical, highly refined sugars found in breakfast.
These small, daily dietary changes made in the kitchen can dramatically shape how your entire morning feels every day.
Now, here is a scientific secret that is even more fascinating. Your brain is not working entirely alone up there. High-frequency electrical fizzing and bubbly whispers layer underneath the voice and music throughout the scene.
Deep inside your complex human digestive gut system,
Trillions of tiny microbes are constantly working and active.
prominent modern scientists call this vast bacterial community
The incredibly complex and influential human gut microbiome. Researchers continue exploring how gut health and brain health influence one another.
One communication pathway is known as the gut-brain axis. It's a two-way conversation happening every second.
That's one reason foods like Greek yogurt are often included in balanced breakfasts, especially when they contain live and active cultures.
A healthy, balanced breakfast does not nourish only your muscles. It may also support the systems connected to your brain.
Now, let us take a look at these tiny, powerful foods. First, we have rich, nutrient-dense, natural walnuts.
Next, we find crunchy, vitamin E-packed raw almonds.
And finally, we have mineral-rich, highly beneficial pumpkin seeds. Though they are incredibly small in physical size,
but packed with nutrients that help support overall brain health as part of a balanced diet.
now comes the question millions of people ask every morning. Coffee or green tea? Both contain caffeine, but they don't always feel the same. Green tea naturally contains L-theanine, a compound that may promote calm alertness when combined with caffeine.
Coffee often delivers a stronger burst of energy. We must remember that neither option is universally better.
The biggest mistake isn't eating one right, it's repeating the same unhealthy pattern every day. Processed foods and added sugar can gradually work against your long-term brain health.
Your brain is built meal by meal, habit by habit. Small improvements today can become meaningful changes years from now. Let us pause and imagine your tomorrow morning.
Imagine a plate with eggs, oats, blueberries, Greek yogurt, walnuts, and your favorite tea.
No miracle foods, no impossible diets, just consistent, balanced choices that support your overall health.
Your brain is always with you. Feed it with proper care every single day.
The best brain breakfast is simply the one you enjoy consistently for your overall long-term wellness.